Welcome to Living Once Twice, a lifestyle design and personal adventure podcast. My name is Justin. Come with me as I'm here to help you chart your course for creating the fulfilling life you desire. Join me as every Wednesday we'll dive into the inspiring guest stories, remarkable science, and useful strategies to help you create the momentum you need to take action towards designing your dream life. Remember, your dream life is waiting for you. It's time to go for it. You deserve it. Welcome back, y'all, to Living Once Twice, the place where we rewrite narratives, reinvent ourselves, and reimagine our lives. I am your host, Justin Oliver, and I am beyond grateful for your support and your presence in tuning in today, as I'm excited to be back cultivating more content, more conversations that I hope really serves you in wherever you are at in recreating, reimagining, and reinventing yourself, rewriting that narrative in your life. If you are enjoying the show, hopefully you will enjoy the season that we have got locked and loaded ahead. But please be sure to show your support by sharing the Living Once Twice podcast on Instagram, LinkedIn, leaving us a review on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, visiting us at the YouTube channel where we're going to have all of our video interviews with this season's guests, and checking us out and following us on Instagram at Living Once Twice as well. So let's kind of just go for it, y'all, because this fall marks year 4 since we began the podcasting journey. Like I said, I got a fresh new season all lined up for you. And this is season 9. It's really crazy to believe we're almost 10 seasons in, but I'm really looking forward to diving deep into personal development and lifestyle design. A lot of different places in which my life has also taken me to really kind of help to also shape this season. And I hope it gives you that momentum as you build and as you sustain where you're at and what you're striving for in your own journey. Because we're going to explore a lot of personal transformation and manifestation topics, everything from letting go of what's no longer serving you, whether it's your past, whether it's mindset, whether it's relationships, overcoming self-destructive habits and addictions, the power of faith, and so much more. When it comes to today's episode, though, one of the reasons why I titled it Begin Again, it's because we're about 3/4 of our way through the year. And with 2025 around the corner, you might still be sitting with intentions that you set at the start of the year. And you might be thinking or feeling to yourself that, man, I've fallen short, or you've fallen short of that target, or even lost sight of what your goals were just because life has just taken over your attention and your energy and pulled you in different places. Or you might be even peeking, looking to that person to the right, looking to that person to your left of you, and you're thinking like, wow, I'm kind of behind in comparison to where they're at. And we know how much of a trap that could be. Well, if any of that has gotten you down, or thinking that you're just still stuck in this rut of life, in the quicksand of life, and you're struggling to find a way out, this episode is really for your mind and for your heart. Because whether you're listening to this now or you're listening to this 5 years from now, the timelessness of what I'm going to say to you is going to hold true, which is this. Today is your reset. Today, this moment is your new beginning. This moment right here, this moment right now. I don't care if yesterday you were in the midst of battling depression, maybe you slipped up and you made a mistake, maybe you've fallen off of your workout routine, maybe your job, your career is at a standstill, your bank account, your finances, the math ain't math and it's not where you envision and you want it to be. Or even like your relationship, your friendship, it's just ruptured and it's not also heading in a direction that you hoped it would be. Today is your reset on it all. And I know you might still be feeling the impacts of all those things that I listed. The emotion is still there. The pain is still there. There's still that lingering residue. But you and I get to decide how in the long run, how long we let that linger. Because we are being gifted right now and really each day with a sun that rises, but then rises all again over and over to really create a new beginning, a new opportunity for us to start, even when we've fallen short the day before. I'm in a season where I'm applying this very same mindset because I have really consciously carried a lot of my lingering of my past that I'm not proud of, limiting beliefs, mistakes that I've made, hurt and harm that I've caused, just really toxic behaviors and ways that had not served me, those mistakes of yesterday, into the current day. And I've like washed, rinse, repeated that. And I'm rolling over really that account daily, monthly, yearly, even though that I know that with God and the universe has showed me countless opportunities and reasons that I don't need to. I don't need to carry that anchor of the weight of my past. And maybe you can relate. Maybe there are things you're carrying that you're holding on to that you no longer need to carry. That life lessons have taught you and shown you that you should let go. But because it feels routine, because it feels normal, it's really difficult to imagine releasing that weight. But I'm telling you that this is that moment where you can give yourself permission to let go. The anchor of that relationship, the career, the toxic situation, the mistake, the bad, unhealthy habits, those all can be released if you learn to take today as the opportunity to begin again. I'm a huge fan of the Trent Shelton podcast, and he speaks about beginning again. He makes very clear this point, which is starting over doesn't mean we're starting over at zero. I think one of the mind trips that can prevent us all from properly beginning again is our mindsets are like, oh, wait, I got to start over. I got to go back to square one, because that makes the task seem even more daunting when you think of the years invested in a career or a relationship or in a health journey in which you were in shape or you had your finances right. But then you see this daunting task of like, well, how do I build this back up to what I once had? And this is where I feel like we bind ourselves, we paralyze ourselves. And it's right here where that combination of the past serves as a serves a purpose, but the present really indeed is where the gift truly lies. And when you look up at the definition of even starting over and look at like the Cambridge Dictionary, it means to begin to do something again, sometimes in a different way. And I think that key part is in a different way. That's the key factor of the definition. The yesterdays of the years of experiences that you are going to get to begin again from today, they carry with it lessons and teachings and reminders that you can use and your soul can use to begin your new beginning from doing things now in a different way. Maybe the situations purposely taught you a boundary that beginning today you're going to put into place. Maybe beginning again is restarting that habit of going for that walk, that jog, eating healthy, drinking more water, signing up for the workout class so you can get back in shape and get back to creating maybe a new goal. Or that the experience of yesterday is letting you know that, hey, you've been operating from a place that's inauthentic to your true needs that really need to shine. And today you're going to work on bringing that to the surface, bringing that voice, bringing that authenticity. And we're going to talk about what that means, bringing that to the surface and getting back on your healing journey, whether it's through therapy, journaling, spending time by yourself, whatever that might be. In this season of my life, it's really taught me beginning again is, oh, I have to work on self-love, self-worth, self-compassion on a deeper level. And I'll be hitting on this in a future episode. But the way that I've been doing many things, relationships, careers, goal setting, it was coming from a very unhealthy, very insecure, narcissistic driven, needing like external validation. It was coming from a place of that, of, 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 of lack of self-love, just to be just frank with you. And so beginning again for me is starting over in all of those areas, learning from my past shortcomings and mistakes, dropping the mask that I've been wearing, the facades that I've been wearing, and working on my inner world in a way so that I can begin again and showing up differently, learning how to forgive myself, learning how to take accountability for my character obstacles, things that I need to really work on that have been problematic so that I can work through being the best version of myself, the authentic version of myself, which is messy, which is imperfectly perfect. And I hope that is something that serves you as you hear that, and maybe it does in your own journey of where you're at. The two final things that I want to leave you with as you go through your own journey of beginning again. One is sharing some insights from Patty Bechtold, who's a Santa Rosa therapist out here in California and a life coach. And Patty says that remember that in many ways, the essence of beginning again starts with holding both and holding the both and the and in your life. And what this means is this. You can honor that in beginning again, it's a way to honor where you are at in the honesty of like, okay, maybe you're not where you want to be. Maybe you've still missed the mark, but it doesn't discount where you've been, and it doesn't discount or take away from where you're going, that destination that you're heading, that vision, that goal of life of abundance, of love, of joy, of peace, of a fulfilling job, of thriving health and security and safety in a relationship. You could still get there, and you might not know exactly how you're going to get there. And this moment is still serving you as your reset as you begin again. So as you know in today, as you honor yourself again, pouring back into yourself, it's okay to not have that path figured out. That will come. And that is the holding of the both and the and of beginning again, understanding that, okay, you're not where you want to be. That is true. And you shouldn't be out here trying to compare yourself to others, and you will still figure it out. From working from this moment forward, you will figure out and you'll get that to that path, and all that will become and all that will take shape. The second thing that I want to leave you with is, in beginning again, there's this everlasting constant, meaning that there's nothing wrong with beginning again multiple times in our lives. Whether you're beginning again in love, whether you're beginning again in career, where you live, your routine, you get the point. The sun sets and it rises each day, and so do we. Some days we hit the mark, but then there are going to be times where we have those long stretches or those days in which we fall short. And as long as we don't quit, as long as we do the things that we need to do to pick ourselves back up, stay the course for the long game and honoring ourselves, remember that no matter how often you need to begin again, it in no way diminishes your worth or your goodness. So I'm excited for this journey that we are about to go on in this season with these conversations, especially with a lot of the guests and books that I'll be highlighting. And so with that, I just hope you tune in and continue to enjoy the conversations that I really think you'll get a lot of. So that's it for today's season 9 kickoff. Hard to believe again that we're in season 9, but I'd like to thank you for your presence and tuning in. If you enjoyed this episode, please show your support by sharing the Living Once Twice podcast on Instagram, LinkedIn, leaving us a review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. Also giving us a follow on Instagram for more content updates. Reaching out to you all through the time and the space that separates us to say, remember, your dream life is waiting for you. It's time to go for it. You deserve it. Catch you later. Living Once Twice.